Hello my beautiful people and welcome back to this week's sit down video, because I am trying to be consistent and having a video every week. So this week's video is going to be a recent book haul. So this is a mix between books that I got for Christmas, books that I picked up from charity shops, and books that I bought with vouchers that I got for Christmas. So let's just delve right in with the first one, and I must admit I have already read this one, and it is the 23rd of January when I am filming this, and I've already read it. So that is an accomplishment. A newly acquired book has been bought and read in the year of 2024. Amazing. Well done, well done. That is a clap for all of you as well who have done exactly the same thing, because I know how difficult it can be when you buy a book and then it lives on your shelf and it looks pretty for a really long time, and 4 years later you remember that it exists, and then you pick it up and you find out it's one of the most beautiful books in the world when you read it and can't believe it's been on your shelf for that long. So there we are. That first book is My Roommate is a Vampire. I gave it 4 stars. It was delicious. It was a book about a girl who is looking for an apartment, and she finds one on Craigslist. It's really cheap. She thinks there must be a bit of a catch, and there is, and that catch is, as the title says, her roommate's a vampire. How she finds out about it is hilarious. His interactions with her are hilarious. How he is trying to find out how the world works is absolutely hilarious. If you're looking for a book that will make you laugh out loud, and it is quick paced with a tiny little bit of spice in it. I mean, the smut level is not massive, but the spice is all right, then this is the book for you. I picked this one up from like Asda or something, in their 2 for $9, and absolutely devoured it. No pun intended, because it's about vampires. But yes, this is one of the first books on my book haul. The next one is Checkmate by Ali Hazelwood. By the way, if you can hear scratching and stuff, it's just Frankie trying to tell me it's bedtime, because I'm actually filming this quite late in the day. So I'm trying to get through this before he makes too much noise. But yes, so this is Ali Hazelwood's Checkmate. Ali Hazelwood is the author that wrote The Love Hypothesis, and totally forgotten what the other one was called. I'm really sorry, Becca, if you're watching. Please don't come at me, because I'm a terrible person who's forgot. But anyways, I love them both, and the spice levels in Ali Hazelwood's books are just amazing. So I obviously had to pick up Checkmate, because who would I be if I didn't? I will probably thoroughly enjoy this. I will probably rate this like a 4 or 5 star, because I believe that I've read everything that I have read of hers so far. I've given it 5 stars. I could be wrong. Pretty sure I have though. But yeah, I've not really read romance a lot recently since reading My Roommate's a Vampire. It's kind of got me back into the mood, so I might be picking this up in the month of February, because the month of February I'm planning on reading a lot of romance, because it is the month of romance, and that is going to be on my TBR, so just watch this space. Then next up, this book is a bit controversial for me, because I read the first one, didn't love it. I was one of the few people online that did not like this cozy little slow-paced fantasy. But did it stop me from buying the second book? No, it didn't, because I would be a rubbish human being if I just decided that I didn't like the first one and wasn't going to continue reading it. So I did buy it, and it's Bookshops and Bone Dust by Travis Balgi. Like I said, wasn't a massive fan of Legends and Lattes, but I feel like it's because I like quite fast-paced, in-depth, like fantasies, and this was just kind of like a slow burn, cozy, cute fantasy that didn't really have high stakes. I think I love a high stake fantasy, so I think it was just a bit difficult for me to get into it, but it won't stop me rereading it, because it could be that I was just not in the mood for it. But I think it is like the only cozy fantasy that I've ever read, and it didn't really make me feel that cozy. But I am going to try the second one, see how it is. I've heard it's quite different. I've also heard quite mixed reviews on this one, that not everybody loved this one. So I might love it. It could just be that it wasn't as cozy as the first one. Who knows? But I picked it up anyway, because I'm going to give it a chance, because everybody deserves a second chance, and Travis Balgi is one of those for me. Next up, it's still got my Waterstones receipt in it. I got A Curse for True Love by Stephanie Garber. Have I read the first 2? No. Have I got the first 2 on hardback? Yes. So I had to buy the third one on hardback. As far as I'm aware, this story is a Beauty and the Beast retelling. I could be completely wrong. I don't really know a huge amount about it, but I do know that the covers of these are beautiful and I really want to read them, so I had to pick it up because I couldn't have this in paperback and the rest of them in hardcover. So it was in the half price sale, so I think I got it for like £11 in Waterstones, which wasn't too bad. So I've added it to my collection. One day I will read this series and I will probably sit here and tell you how much I love this series and couldn't believe that it had been on my shelf for 4 years and I hadn't touched it. Because that's what I did with ACOTAR. It sat on my shelf for like 6 or 7 years, didn't touch it, and then here we are, SGM Fangirl. Next up is a copy of The Great Gatsby. This was from a charity shop. Daniel found it. It was 50p. Now, I read The Great Gatsby last year. It is a classic. I am not a classic girly. Oh, did you see all that cat hair that just kind of fell from the sky? Not a classic girly, but I did, however, read this, devoured it, and loved it and gave it 5 stars. And it was one of my top favourite books from last year. So I am now collecting multiple copies, the same as I did with Dracula. Am I sad about this? No. Does Daniel always find new copies of this and then I add them to my collection? Yes. So here we are, 50p, The Great Gatsby, a new cover, added to the collection. Then Daniel spotted these in a charity shop, sent me a photo and went, do you want these? And I replied, oh my god, yes, pick those up for me, because they were £2 each. Now wait till you see what these books are. £2 each for hardcovers of this series. I should have just made this a Stephanie Garber book haul, because that's kind of what it's turned into. But yeah, the Caraval series was in hardback, well, is in hardback. They were £2 each in near perfect condition. Do I want these? Yes, I do. Have I read the series? No, I absolutely have not. Is this another one that's going to sit on my shelf in 4 years' time? I'm going to be like, yes, I loved that. I can't believe it sat on my shelf for that long. Yes, that is probably going to be this series now. Future Katie, that is probably going to be you saying that. But yes, it's got really cool holographics, by the way. I had Caraval on paperback and it has sat on my shelf for many years. Daniel has now inherited that copy because he's quite interested in the series. I don't know anything about this series, absolutely no idea, but I did know that I wanted all 3 of the hardbacks for £6 because that is an absolute bargain. So that is what I did. And then the last 2 books. Now I know there'll be a few haters for these last 2 books, but as you can see, I am a fan of a fandom that a lot of people do not agree with. Separate the art from the artist, because I do not condone any of the views or anything of the person that created this. I think they're a terrible human being. Actually, I think they're worse than a terrible human being, but I enjoy the fandom. I grew up with it. And that's all I can really say. I can't really defend myself anymore. I feel like I always have to make this kind of disclosure whenever I mention anything Harry Potter, because the world is so divided. And I know the book community is so divided, and I know there's a lot of people out there that hate it. It is something I collect. It is something that I live with. And I just want everyone to understand that I do not agree with any of her views in any way, which way, because I think she's disgusting. So I'm just putting that out there now. But I did get 2 books for Christmas from Daniel because obviously I do collect Harry Potter items. And the first one is The Prisoner of Azkaban Mina Lima edition. I have the first 2 already, but the Mina Limas take years and years and years to come out. So The Prisoner of Azkaban just came out. This is my favourite of the series and I'm so excited to add it to the collection. These books, I haven't actually read them yet because they're just so delicate and so beautiful and I'm scared that I damage them. So it has pretty much just become like a collector's item that sits on my shelf. But I do love them and I just love how in-depth and pretty they are and how everything just kind of comes together. So yeah, that's all I really have to say about this. And then the last one is the Harry Potter Wizarding Almanac, yeah. And this is basically a Bloomsbury book that has the ultimate compendium of wizarding lists, charts, maps, and all things magical. This is a book that I will just flip through from time to time. Here is like 1 page to let you have a little gist of it. I'm just very excited to go through it one afternoon, Just flick through it, visit the world, and then exit. Just like with flu powder. But anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. And did you guys get any books for Christmas? If you did, pop it in the comments down below. And I will see you all next time with the next sit down video. And that's what I'm going to call them from now on, a sit down video, because it is a video that is not a vlog. Because guess what? This channel is not just a vlog channel anymore. So anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye!